Welcome back, crafty friends. Today is day 7 of May I Scraplift You, and today this is the layout I am lifting. It is from Scrappy Sisters. I chose one from Jessica Ware. She's one of the sisters, and so the main inspiration I'm taking is the stitching and the flowers that they stitched on the layout. So mine does not look exactly like theirs, but I have been dabbling a little bit into some stitching lately, and so I thought I would give it another try with adding some sequins into the mix. So to say the least, it was an interesting process, that it was definitely a labor of love. It took me a very long time to get all those stitches and sequins lined up how I thought I wanted them to be. And I guess learning curve, I would probably make my lines further apart from each other. Um, I ultimately used a template from Bramble Fox, and it was a basically like a big firework or starburst. And I just trace the lines and poke my holes based on that. So back to at least what I'm doing right here, I did decide that instead of the 2 pictures, I am going to include 3 pictures on my layout. This is my very cute great niece, Nora, and she was looking very cute in her blue dress last summer when we had family pictures. And in the middle picture, you can tell that somebody was entertaining the littles with some bubbles while we were having some other family pictures taken with different groups of the family. And so this was just a cute picture of her just running around trying to stay entertained. And so here I'm trying to get the placing of where I know my pictures are going to be, so then I can pull everything off and draw the lines for the stitching as well. So there I've got my little kind of notches, and I have gone through and done the stencil work, and now I am poking my holes, and magically when I come back, bam, all the stitching's done, because you really didn't want to watch me do that. It took me a long time, so it might be a while before you see any more stitching from me on a layout, but you never know. And so here I am getting my pictures put back exactly where I had originally marked them. And I did decide, since a few of the one little section of the photo was going to be hanging over um, a section of sequins, that I did decide to use some tear tape to make sure that my picture would stick down. And originally I was going to use this larger floral piece, but it was actually covering up a lot more of my sequins than I originally thought it would. And so I switched it out for the smaller flower section, and I do like how you can see more of the sequins now than you could with the bigger piece. And so here I am working with one of the sequins that my threading had gotten loose, and so I was adjusting that so the sequin was tighter to the page. And so here I am, that my title is going to be a rainbow in someone's cloud, and that was a quote from Maya Angelou. So I guess back to my background paper was a paper from Tranquility by 49 and Market, and the rest of the papers for the matting, that quote, and the flowers, and you'll see a rainbow and another little journaling spot. Those are from Coca Vanilla Studios. And so here I'm just popping up um, my florals, the one at the top. And so since it is going over some sequins, I do decide to put a little bit of liquid glue on one little section to make sure there's a good stick to the page. And I'm going to do the same thing with this floral piece. It's going to go down at the bottom. Excuse me, still battling my cold here. And let's see, I do decide to pull out some bigger chunks of some older pop dots to fill in the big section here. And then I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck down to the page. And then I do some wiggling around to try and get to fill in a little gap between where the middle of my stitching is and that big flower. And so I do get I put my title down, kind of nestled it in between some of those leaves that were fussy cut. I add the other floral just to the left, and then here's where I'm trying to stick in, find some way to fill that little gap there in the middle of in the center of the stitching. Since I had changed the floral at the top, that I think I ended up moving the one that I was going to use at the top down to the bottom, so it wasn't as big as the original floral that I had planned on. And then, let's see, I think pretty much the last thing that I use this little journaling spot just to add Nora's name, and that it was in July 2023. Add that down, and then I use my glue dots and I put down one of the sequin flowers, and then those sequins also came with these gold leaves as well, so I put one of those with it. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a message below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.